Hello everybody and welcome back. It is Michael from Hollow Thrills back with another video, and today we're talking about an announcement. Something I have been waiting for since 2005. We have a Dorney Park coaster announcement. Now before we cover any details, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to get notified whenever I post a video, and follow me on both Instagram and Twitter. The links are down in the description below. Now yesterday we got an announcement 18 years in the making. After months of speculation and teasing and endless back and forth conversations in the community, Dorney Park is getting a brand new original custom coaster. Check it out. Iron Menace, a B&M floorless dive coaster, is coming to Dorney Park in 2024. Currently, this coaster has an estimated opening date of spring 2024, and this will be the first ever dive coaster in the Northeast. Now, I have to say I'm not a huge fan of the B&M dive coaster model. Honestly, I kind of wish that Dorney went in a different direction, or at least tried to make this break some sort of record to make it a little bit more interesting, but regardless, my old home park is finally getting something new. And of course, I gotta be excited. Now let's look at Iron Menace by the numbers. It has over 2,000 feet of track and a 160-foot tall lift hill with a 3-second hold before dropping you down a 95-degree drop into one of 4 inversions. The 4 inversions consist of an Immelman loop, a zero-G roll, a tilted loop, and a corkscrew. This coaster will include a tilted loop, like I said, which is the first time that element will be added to a dive coaster layout. Now this coaster is going to be estimated to put through 1,140 guests per hour through its menacing layout. It can accomplish that with its 3-row 7-seat across train capacity and the fact that we will have 2 trains on the track at all times.
Well, it's going to make it unique because it's the first ever of its kind in the Northeast. There is no other B&M dive coaster in the Northeast, and so that makes it really special. But the thing that I think is really cool about this ride, outside of the 4 inversions and the 150+ foot drop and the 95-degree angle and all that stuff, is the theming. We're really trying to tap into those rich historical roots and industrial roots of Pennsylvania and kind of bring people that deep connection that we all have with the Lehigh Valley and some of the imagery that calls back to Bethlehem Steel and some of the other industrial facilities that are all around our area that a lot of us have fond memories of. And then some of us, when it's dark and creepy, we have those memories too. And so to tie it all together into a ride like this is really special.
So we hope that this ride brings people to the park, of course, and to the area, to the community, and they get to learn a little bit more about the community in general. And I think that, Dorney Park is a beautiful park, and it's such an asset to the community itself. So it's great to be able to share that with people and share something new. So we're really excited for people to come from all over, whether it's New York City, Philly, the outskirts of Pennsylvania, heck, anywhere across the United States of America, or even overseas. We'd love to have you and love you to experience something authentically from the Lehigh Valley. It's our first brand new addition since 2005 to the park, and we expect it to fundamentally change how people think about Dorney Park and Wildwater Kingdom. This ride's dynamic. It's got the newest B&M trains, so the most dives are, like what I like to say, big and lumbering. I think this one you're going to find to be a little bit more agile and a little different than all the other ones that have been manufactured so far.
I think this ride for us is a real turning point. It's a way that Cedar Fair and Dorney Park, we can say, hey, we're invested in this community. Not only are we invested by bringing in a roller coaster, which is certainly a large investment, but we're invested in a way that we want to bring the rich tradition and history of the Lehigh Valley into this ride to say, like, not only are things going to be different moving forward, we're going to try to bring in our culture and our traditions, but we're also going to invest like this, and we want to be a part of this community, and we want to grow even more so that more generations of Dorney Park fans, who maybe some of them have been coming since the early 1900s, can continue to come as we move into a bright future.
Now, the thing that interests me the most about this coaster is the theming it may have. The story of this coaster follows steel mill tycoon Hiram McTavish. Greed dictated McTavish's every move, and he was well known to prioritize profits above people. With an eye on maximizing output, McTavish created a massive hauler he dubbed Iron Menace, a device the steel industry had never seen. The rail transporter moved workers and ore at record volumes and dizzying speeds. Suddenly, the greedy steel baron mysteriously disappeared. No one knows how or where. Shortly after, McTavish steel mill closed. All that remains today are the steel mill's decrepit shell, rusty relics, and wild tales of the owner's whereabouts. Stories of eerie and bizarre happenings at the dormant site, shouting commands, shadowy figures, random temperature changes lure you inside. You know you shouldn't be there, but it's an irresistible adventure. Once inside the old steel mill, you spot Iron Menace, McTavish's fiendish forge of mass production and mass destruction. Before you realize what's happening, overall clad steel workers usher you onto the hauler. Will you learn what happened to McTavish? Will you even emerge from the mill? Or will you become part of the mill's mysterious legacy? Overall, I think this coaster has the potential to be one of the best rides at the park. My only concern is, will it offer enough of an experience to lure out-of-state guests to the park to experience this new coaster and to learn the story of Iron Menace? Time will tell, and I truly hope that Dorney goes all out with the ride's storytelling to the level of similar coasters like Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger, whose theming and storytelling is the focal point of the attraction. But if you did enjoy this video and are excited for this new coaster, please make sure you drop a like and also comment. What is your favorite Dorney Park memory? I'd love to hear it. As always, I'm Michael from Hallowed Thrills, giving you the all clear, and all clear means you're out of here. See you guys next time.